Hello and welcome everyone to another fantastic Wednesday here on the Exploding Dice channel. My name is Askren and I am your host and dungeon master for the evening, and I was on the wrong page. There we are. And welcome back to another episode of Iron Gods. Perhaps the best episode of Iron Gods, because tonight we gather for what is coming to a head. Things have been sort of building here as the players explored the ruins. We are going to get into a recap just 1 second, but we have a couple things that are going to be coming together, as this is the very episode number 10. So this is the very last episode in the first chapter of this. Will the party save Torch, turn the light back on, stop this mysterious purple-haired woman and her army of robots? Will they make it out alive? Who knows? We will see. Well, she has at least one. So, before we do that, of course, let's go right in and say hello to our cast. Of course, you may notice a couple different faces on the screen, and we will explain why in just a second. But first, let's talk to Petra. How are you doing today?
Doing good. Excited. Can't wait to see. I mean, we haven't even run into the purple-haired woman yet. Where is she? Wanna find her? Wanna kick her ass? Bring her down, etc. It'll be good, I think. Hopefully, it will.
Absolutely. And next and who are you playing today, Petra?
Oh, right. Once more, reprising my role as the human ex-bounty hunter Robin Cassava, who came back to her hometown after her last contract as a bounty hunter didn't go as well, didn't go as planned, did go very badly. And as soon as she gets back, she gets into new trouble. But that is what happens when you punch people at a casino, I guess.
Yeah. Word to the wise, don't punch respected members of society. It will.
Don't try that at home, kids.
It will earn you a bounty on your head that you will not enjoy.
That's a real life lesson, too.
Yeah. Pro tips right here on Exploding Dice. Of course, next to her we have the ever berobed Zach Clay. How's it going, man?
It is going good. Got this nice robe on.
I love the fact that you can't actually put the hood over your head.
Yeah, I can't. Okay, let me.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, it's a struggle. This is a big hood too. But yeah.
Do they make
It's
like
just
Afro-sized
there's
hoods?
like a black void here. Just like, nope, it's my hair. Maybe they do make an Afro hood. Yeah, I don't know.
Do they make hats for Afros?
No, they don't. In fact, I would wear these normal headphones, but what happens is I get this flat band down my head, and it just ruins my hair for the rest of the day. So it's not worth it. When I'm actually like doing things and I don't have to go out into the world for any other part of the day, then I'll wear those headphones. But yeah.
How come you should be the first? You should invent Afro hats.
Yes. Well, there are these. I don't know about Afro hats. It would just have to be like really, really tiny hats that I just put on top. Like
No, it could be like one of these, like a beanie that stretches all the way around the Afro.
But when you take it off, it'll just be like. There are these headphones that are being developed called human headphones, and they are literally they just attach onto your ear, and they're the size like they are shaped and go on your ear.
That sounds
so they just go
uncomfortable.
like this. No,
Like
it looks really
an
cool.
ear
Look it
muff.
up.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
like
it's like an earmuff, but
they'll be heavy and they'll like weigh your ears down.
You walk around. Hey guys,
Like your
how's
ears
it
are it's like weights on my ears.
No, I think they've made them out of the newest lightweight carbon fiber technology, so that they're not going to be weighing your ears down. Anyway, I am playing Bolus Figboot, very old, ornery dwarf who recently had his quarterstaff polished and is ready to go.
Mm-hmm.
So that's
he
me.
did. And
What? I'm done.
excuse me. Of course, wow, that beer from last night is still getting to me. Of course, we are out of Scott because he is busy getting married.
Seriously.
And
Right at this
Karak is on a death march. But we do have another friend with us who is taking up the cause. Who is he, and what is his? What role does he play in this story? We are going to find
There's a
out.
strange man in our game.
Yeah, I don't know how I don't know how he got here, but I mean, Aiden, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Okay, hello. I am Aiden Chan. I'm a composer, and I play lots of Dungeons and Dragons. And today I will be playing Gwyneth Hyr Thelanis, High Elf Warlock. Am I supposed to say that? I don't know. Either way, shall I go into backstory?
I don't know. It's up to you. Do you wanna keep him a secret, or do you wanna tell us about him now?
We can keep it a secret.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
More mysteries to be
Yeah.
revealed. But we are, of course, Aiden is going to be hanging out with us today, playing the character, having some fun, and all that. As always, guys, if you guys have not done so already, please hit that retweet link in chat. Thank you, Judo Killa, Firebringer Axel, all you guys. Thank you. If you haven't already, it's right there in chat for you. And of course, if you haven't already, make sure to enter our giveaway. It is going on for another 2 weeks. Dice Thulu has the link for you right there. We are giving away a Sentinel custom engraved Sentinel deck box for Wormwood, as well as that is in black walnut, as well as a rolling tray and a custom painted D&D mini. And because we hit like over 150 retweets on that, I decided to throw in some D&D books. So you're going to get some player's handbooks and some other cool goodies going on in there. Of course, if we hit some our next goal of 250 retweets, I will add more stuff to it, because that's just how I roll. So if you have not already, hit that link. If you're already following here on Twitch and Twitter, then you already have entries, so go claim them. Of course, reminder that all of the music and sounds that you hear tonight, not the ones that are playing right now, but the ones that you will be hearing, are provided by our amazing friends over at Sirenscape, who do great work and always releasing really cool audio content for DMs. These episodes for this month, of course, are sponsored by our new friends out in Denmark, Epic's Haven. If you guys missed it, I tweeted out some amazing pictures of giant boxes of terrain and stuff they sent me, and it is so cool, and I highly suggest you guys check it out. They are nice enough to sponsor some of the episodes that are going on this month, and we love them for it. You should check them out on Facebook. That's facebook.com/epicshaven. So, all of that out of the way, why don't we go ahead and dive into a little bit of recap, reminding ourselves where we left off last week and what we are getting up to this week. So, our party, having broken into fairly violently the Silver Disc Hall back in Torch, they learned that Garmin Ulreth, the Silver Disc Hall's proprietor, was up to no good. He was working with some rope fists, thugs that he had hired from out in the wastes to guard what you discovered turned out to be a very large power transmission device. It was covered in dials and screens and all kinds of things. And as you took it from him after getting in a fight that basically branded you criminals in Torch proper, you brought this device to your new conscious friend, Connor Bain, who you'd previously rescued from the spaceship ruins. With his help, you were able to decipher that not only was it a power transmitter, but it was relaying power from somewhere below the Earth to somewhere about 100 miles away, what you determined to be the lawless bandit town of Scrapwall, a rusty heap of junk and nastiness out in the desert. That could only mean that whoever was down below in the spaceship ruins, whoever had uncovered the Black Cave Hills and the ruins below, and whoever had extinguished the torch is doing so to siphon its power over to Scrapwall. But for what and why, you don't know. And so you delved into the ruins once again, using your technologist and his abilities to repair the elevator. You made your way down to the engineering deck, and as you explored, you found that the deck was not empty, but in fact was full of bandits and thugs, orcs with crude weapons, and rat folk armed with spears and crossbows and all kinds of things. You fought through them. They fought valiantly, but you carved your way through them, and you discovered at the center in the navigation room was a strange altar that had been erected to a god or some figure that you don't know, a large thing in the shape of a claw, which you all kind of put together was the symbol of a gang that lived out in Scrapwall called the Lords of Rust. That must be who these bandits are. But the statue is not all that you found, as a vicious and very powerful gargoyle was hiding in the room also.
Yeah.
And you fought. Yeah, he had a very strange expression on his face, but he was much more fierce than his expression would suggest. As you guys fought heartily and mightily, eventually Karak going over the edge of the railing and crashing down through machinery and destroying all kinds of technological artifacts with him, as you guys eventually pummeled him to death. After kind of recovering from that battle, you made your way deeper into the spaceship ruins, only to find that in the southern half, it seems that these chambers are occupied by robots, some of which seem to have gone rogue and may have killed some of the crew, or the bandit crew here. And just as you are about to continue exploring, a very large robot, its singular kind of glowing eye locked on you, smashed its way through an iron door and began reaching towards you to get its hands on you and possibly turn you into one of its next crushed human toys. And so that is where we're going to pick things up. You guys have just encountered this robot. It has just busted its way through the door. But what it means and who it is, we're going to find out. So let me copy this real quick. And move you guys over.
Hey, Petra,
Yeah.
do you want to roll for Quinn or for Karak?
I can steer Quinn.
All right.
All right.
I can die.
All right, so let's get things underway. As you guys, this robot has just sort of busted its way out. Let me get some cool music here.
Oh, Jesus, it's huge.
Yeah,
It's
it is.
cool.
And I'm not
Robots.
even there yet.
Nope, not just yet. So as I switch over to the Sirenscape music here. There we
No
go.
worries, it just wants to play.
And at this point, if we had sponsors, I would pull a Sam Riegel and say, check out.
Don't forget to buy our shirts. Oh, are you still selling those shirts?
Oh yeah! Exclamation point merch.
Yeah.
So there we go. We got some music. So you guys are here. You are in this chamber, and this robot has just busted through. It's about halfway through this door, and you guys are kind of still reeling from seeing it kind of rip its way through the bulkhead door. What do you want to do? You may have a short amount of time to react here.
Are we basically reacting before any initiative? is
Yes,
rolled?
it hasn't actually torn its way into the room
Oh,
fully
okay,
yet.
it's
So but it will continue to do that. So you have a little bit of time to act before that happens.
Okay.
Well, Quinn and I were in the process of running into that hallway, and I don't think that it can follow us in there. I mean, we might run into other things, but
Mm-hmm.
Figboot just follows you guys, and I'm
So you guys wanna-
Karak does the same.
You guys want to go through the hallway here?
yeah. See what happens.
Yep.
All right. So as you guys are rushing, you guys can clamber down to the end of the hallway. All right. So as you're clambering down towards the end of the hallway, you hear kind of the grinding and ripping sounds of metal, as this robot is tearing its way through. And Figboot, you being the last one through here, you're gonna kind of see the machinery that you're like passing by. This sort of articulated, intricate assembly machinery. Like a big robot arm is just gonna kind of smash through it as it's just clawing its way along the wall. You hear a big clunky metal step on the ground as it is making its way towards you. Robin, you want to run towards the door at the end?
Yep.
All right. So as this is happening, in a different part of the ship, wow, that ended fairly abruptly. That music ended really abruptly. There we go. Somewhere else in the ship. This is going to represent this. Yeah. Gwen here. You are you are following an order that has been given to you recently. You heard sort of crashing sounds and the like loud sounds coming from outside your chamber, and the order was given to you to make your way out and investigate what is happening, for things in this room cannot be disturbed. And so as you emerge, you are going to let me make sure you have sight here, there, and give you dark vision.
Yep.
All right. So as you you put your hand on the pad and you sort of, these large doors in front of you open, you are going to find yourself stepping into this chamber right here. I'm gonna center you on the map.
Cool.
If it would stop opening up this dialogue box. Nope, it won't. My mouse is dying, so I can't do that. But you're right here. You're right in the center of the map, and you find yourself looking on a scene like this navigation room. You've stepped through here many times before, obviously, so you kind of know what goes on here, but it looks like this room has been wrecked. Like someone or something tore through here.
What in the bloody hell? What's going on?
There's no one present, unfortunately. It is just you.
I'm standing where it's showing I'm standing, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Can I move my guy? Oh,
You should be able to. Yeah.
Yeah, I can. I am going to move. I'm gonna move. Each box is 5, 10,
5 set. Yeah.
20, 25, 30. Great. Right there.
Okay.
And
So you would know, because you've been down here for a while, that beyond this door is a short hallway that is kind of been set up as that your kind of leader here set this room up as a trap to deter anyone who might be coming through this way.
Gotcha.
It is basically like a large electrical gauntlet of exposed machinery.
Fun. Very tasty.
You do know how to disable it.
Okay. I'm going to, and that's both doors, right?
Yeah, it's a double door.
Okay. I'm going to. Do I know how it's activated?
Yeah, so you know that she sort of where's my page here? She sort of removed the protective plating and stuff that shielded all the power nodes in this hallway on the walls that would kind of make it a peril to walk through. But you know that there is a bypass switch on this side of the doors that you can hit that will disable it for a very short time.
Okay. I'm gonna sit down and cross my legs and close my eyes, and I'm going to try to listen through the door and see what's going on.
Okay. As you are, Robin, you are coming out on this side of the door as the you sort of open this this black keyed door, and you emerge back into the kennel room. However, as you are doing this, you realize that you are not alone here, because these creatures that you heard before seem to have returned.
Oh no.
And they are now sort of waiting on their little bed heaps.
Yeah, the moment she sees them, she goes, "Guys, bad decision."
And as they turn their heads to you, you hear another loud crash. And Gwen, here in your sort of meditation, you also hear, coming from the room directly to the south of you, a loud sort of metallic crushing, crashing sound as something heavy is tearing its way through the fabrication room to the south.
I know the layout of this place, right?
Yes, there's basically out this door is the fabrication hall.
Yeah.
Which you know that some of the crew died going there, so you guys don't go there anymore. Out this way is where your kind of habitat wing was, and the loading docks sort of out here.
Okay.
And then through here is the elevator entrance and the dog kennels, basically.
Okay. Do I know what that crashing sound is?
Yes. In fact, you know that the reason no one goes to the south anymore was because you guys sealed off in one of the rooms a very large, malfunctioning constructor robot.
This thing again. All right. I am going to get up and then sort of whisper under my breath, "Master, give me strength." And then go look for that disable switch, the bypass switch.
So you hit the bypass switch. Robin, what are you doing? Are you going to continue on out into the kennel chamber, or are you going to retreat back into the hallway as these guys kind of pile up behind you?
I would say that Robin is hesitating for a moment, even though she's already grabbing both of her hand crossbows. But then Quinn would probably say something like, "We'll have to take care of them sooner or later." And then I'm actually firing a shot.
All right. So you're going to take a step in and fire a shot at one of the thylacines?
Yeah, I'm going to go over there. That's better. Yeah, I'm going to go for some double crossbow action.
All right, go for it. They're just kind of catching a whiff of you, so you're going to have the drop on them, but after that it's Initiative City up in here.
It's my favorite city.
So go ahead and roll your attack.
15.
Let me just... Sorry, I'm just putting the rolls on screen. Nope. No, not that. There we go. 15 will just be enough to hit.
Okay. So, starting off with a 7. Second crossbow. Hand crossbow. 18. And then I get my sneak attack damage.
Yep.
No, yes, I do, right? Because I have the... Because you said that they weren't really on...
Yeah, you're going before them in initiative, so yeah.
Yeah.
So, what was the first again?
7.
Was it? Oh, it's right there.
Yep.
Okay, so 17 in total.
17. All right. So as you kind of whip your crossbows up one and another, you fire 2 bolts just as this one over here is kind of getting God, my mouse is shit. Just as this one is getting up from its bed and kind of growling at you, 2 bolts, just one slams into it and the other, and with a yelp, it is going to kind of sprawl. It is badly injured, but it is still kind of skidding around on its feet. And you guys, the rest of you guys are kind of emerging in the hallway, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to roll some initiative on here.
Cool.
I'm going to take this guy off. Let's get some initiative rolled, and we will, oh, nat 20, there we go, that's how it works, that's how it goes.
So I'm gonna roll for Quinn.
I will roll for Karak Warkong.
I need to roll 2, right?
Yes.
Okay. Ouch.
Oh, not great.
Not great. Oh wait, it's +3, so it's what was it? 11, 12.
Okay, so Figboot, what'd you get?
I got a 13.
13. What does Quinn have?
A 9.
9. Karak has the 21.
Mm-hmm.
Robin has the 23. You have 13 or 12 or 13.
13.
13.
Oh, 12. No, sorry.
12. Okay.
12.
And animals. 1d20 plus 2. They get a 12. All right, so Robin, it looks like you have gotten the drop here. You still hear the loud crashing behind you, but you have the right of way here.
Cool.
And let me just, as you go ahead and let me know what you want to do. As you're doing that, I'm gonna reveal this.
I'm gonna step in and try to finish this thing off. Sort of as I'm walking, or I guess sprinting over, stowing away the arm crossbows and drawing my blades.
All right, so you want to draw, kind of
Oop.
sling your crossbows back over your shoulder and rush over and get some stabs in.
That's not
11.
gonna do it.
11 is not going to hit.
17
will though.
6.
All right, on a 6 damage, you rush forward and this thing just kind of snaps at you, making you miss with your rapier. But as you kind of bring the scimitar around in a slash, you cut deep into its fur, and with a yelp, it's gonna skid to the floor, kind of tripping on its own pile of bones and little scavenged parts as it goes down to the ground. Anything else?
Nope. I'm good.
All right. That means it's Karak's turn.
All right, she is going to run out. Can she go 5, 10?
Bashing Quinn against the wall.
Yeah, and I
Or
don't think she's
elbowing
gonna
him.
make it there in one turn.
You could have her dash if you want to.
Yeah, but that just puts her in melee range.
Yeah.
I would like to have her rage. First of all. And then I'm going to put her right here in front of the door.
Just remember, she's gonna drop out of rage if she's not getting any action this round.
She can move up here in one turn, and then she's going to ready her action to attack if the dog or any other hostile force gets within range of her.
She can, in theory, do something to goad the dog into attacking.
Okay. Then she's gonna just kind of shout out at it and say, "Hey, little doggy, hey, come over here, come play with me." And what is that gonna be? Animal handling or?
I was
should I do it
thinking more of a.
intimidatingly?
So if she's raging, I was thinking it was more of a
Okay,
challenging
okay.
growl
That was a
than
joke.
anything else.
Yeah, she's like,
Come to me, dog.
there we go. That's better.
That's superb.
All right.
Perfect.
Intimidation check or?
Sure, go for it.
All right. Very nice. Very nice.
20. All right. So she bellows a challenge at this dog, and readies an action. Figboot, what do you want to do?
Figboot is going to. Let's see. All right. He's gonna walk out into the hallway just to get a bearing of the situation. He'll be like,
Oh, well,
and he'll turn to Quinn, and he'll kind of like tap him on the shoulder and say,
go get him.
and he'll cast guidance.
All right. So
And
Quinn
he'll step out of the way.
Quinn feels that surge of inspiration rushing through him. But before he has a chance to use it, Gwen, the doors slide open before you, and you see sort of there's another set of doors on the opposite side. The sort of sparking panels on either side of you are still kind of flashing, like they're still kind of shooting sparks, but you know that they're sort of powered down, so they should be
Gotcha.
good for a little while.
Okay. Right. Do I know if the doors on the opposite end are still active, or
They are
powered
locked
down?
from they're locked from the other side. Yeah.
Oh, locked from the other side.
Yeah, these are key card locks. You don't actually
Gotcha.
have the key, but on you, but they do actually sort of. Actually, you know what? I assume if you were going to check it out, you would. So you have on you. You have a single thing. It is a small sort of metallic strip card with a kind of a white band on it.
Oh shit, he has a white card. We need to kill him.
Okay. All right. I will travel to the end of the hall
All right.
and just sort of press my face up against the door and listen.
You kind of press you kind of listen for a second, and you hear it's muffled by these metallic, the metallic doors and the sounds that are going on around you, but you can definitely make out like the sort of loud yelling, the barking and howling and yelping of the thylacines, those animals that are kind of kennelled in this chamber out here, and quite a lot of footfalls.
There's a card swipe thing, right?
It's you dip it in,
Okay.
it unlock. It's like a hotel lock.
Okay, I'm gonna do that.
Okay.
Can I do that?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, I'm gonna do that.
You put your card in, and that means Karak, Robin, and Figboot. You guys are going to hear sort of the sound as the metallic doors are going to slide open behind
What
you.
in seven hells is going on here? Oh my. And wait, 5, 10, 15, 20. Okay, I'm gonna sort of just, as I'm saying that, step out.
All right.
Here.
Yeah, you step out into the middle of a room full of people that you have never seen before.
Oh my, who are you?
And yeah, I mean,
Do
this
we have to wait for initiative to talk to?
no. However, Gwen, remember these are intruders. These are not you know.
Yeah.
These are not your Lords of Rust here.
Are the hounds friendly to me?
The hounds are kennelled here. Yeah, they're technically part of the people
I'm
that
just-
live down here.
I'm just gonna look at all of them and go, stop killing my dogs! and can I also turn to the remaining dog and go, Heel, come here. Stop attacking these nice people. Come here.
All right. So as you are doing that, the last dog is unfortunately already very hungry and has just been challenged. It is going to rush towards Karak.
Okay, she is going to attack with her great axe.
Go for it, because it's going to make a bite attack against her.
Oh shoot.
7 is not enough. Oh my god!
Wait. I want to do it recklessly. Oh, but it doesn't even
Never
matter.
That would not matter.
I forgot how it worked. Never
So
mind.
she's gonna kind of swing her axe, but just as the dog bounds up, you see the dog's mouth kind of latches onto the handle of the axe, and she's like trying to shake it off, and both of them are not like neither of them are really, it's
Bad dog. Bad dog. Get off her axe. Get off.
what's Quinn gonna do?
Quinn is
Quinn
going to
is-
step out in the hallway. Oh
yeah, he's
Go ahead,
definitely
sorry.
going to. No, that's all right. He's gonna step out into the hallway, and
hello.
he readies his. I keep forgetting if he has a longbow or a. Let me double check real quick.
Should be on a sheet.
Yeah, I have it here. Just keep forgetting. Yeah, a longbow. So he readies that, and he first gives the new guy a look completely unfazed as he says, stop killing my dog. And probably saying something, that's not what we're here for. And then he's going to look at Karak and say, you need my help again? And then he's gonna shoot at the, oops, wrong sheet. He's gonna shoot his longbow at the dog.
I know you heard me. Stop killing my dogs.
15,
15 is just enough to hit.
11.
All right.
And
11.
Then he's
Oh yeah.
just to add into to insult, he's gonna mark him. That dog. He's probably not gonna live for much longer, but whatever. He's gonna just mark him.
All right. So as he kind of pulls back on his bow, he shoots the arrow, and it slams into the side of the dog, sending it kind of flying off of Karak's axe handle and kind of skidding along the ground. It's not dead, but it is seriously injured as this arrow is buried in its side.
Oh, it's my turn anyway. I was about to say that the moment the doors open, Robin will probably keep sort of her rapier pointing into the direction of the second dog, and then her scimitar kind of pointing towards the newcomer.
All right.
Unsure of what's going on.
All right. So, do you wanna say it? It is your turn. We're going at the top of the round. So the dog has been seriously injured. Is probably pretty easy to scare down, but you also have this sort of this newcomer who you don't know anything about. Do you want to? It's your turn. So what do you want to do?
I look at Quinn and I say, keep an eye on that guy, and walk over and stab the dog. No mercy for the doges.
I didn't like that one anyway. Go ahead.
Well, that's dead. You so dead.
Yeah.
Gosh.
How do you how do you murder this dog?
It's a mercy kill. Nothing cruel. Just straight.
Just like straight right into the neck.
Yeah.
All right. So you watch as Robin just sort of walks over to this whimpering sort of animal on the ground, and with her kind of rapier, she just puts her foot on the neck and just stabs right down into it. And with kind of a whimper, the dog, like its head goes limp on the floor, kind of bleeding on the metal tiles. And with that,
and then she looks back at the stranger and says, "Sorry, that was not gonna happen."
Oh, now you've gone and made a mess. I'm gonna have to clean that up.
And who exactly are you?
Is combat technically over, Astrid?
Not technically. I mean, you got. Oh, great. That's perfect. You guys are now. So the dogs are dead, but things are still kind of tense. You just saw this guy.
I'm just asking if we can openly talk or if we have to.
Yeah, we're suspending it for now, but you guys can jump back into initiative if you need.
All right. Go ahead.
Oh.
You guys are in the middle of something.
My name. I am Gwynen Thalenis. I don't believe I know any of you. Who are you?
I'm not sure if that is of any of your concern.
I'm Figboot.
Well,
Pleasure
of course
to
it would
meet
be
you.
listening.
Pleasure indeed. I like this one. As for the rest of you, you killed my dogs. It is my business to know who you are.
So, if you say these are your dogs, then I assume that means you are with whoever is stationed here, yes?
Well, out of need and not obligation. It's complicated. Right.
I take that as a yes, and so squaring my shoulders and sort of running my blades at both of my sides.
Hold on.
Hold on.
Are you being reduced to cleaning up after dogs? Is that what your
Wait.
work consists of?
Well, no. It's just I do a better job than any of these metallic things. You know? Yeah. But are you here to kill her? Do you know who exactly is here? Are you here to kill her? Because if you are, I would very much like to witness that.
I would like to
laughs.
make I shoot Quinn a glance, and then I would like to make an insight check, Aswin, to see if he means that.
Sure, go for it.
Well,
Insight. What do I roll?
You don't. It's
Okay.
So you get the sense that he you get this I guess you probably get the sense that he is surprised to see other people here, and he is talking in a little bit of a hushed tone. I don't know. It's hard to read. He's a strange character. He's not really someone you've interacted with before, and you also don't know what tricks, are prepared for you down here.
I feel like that Quinn at this point would say something like, "So does that mean we get to kill him and exchange his bow for his blade?"
Oi, oi, oi. I really don't like this one. I'm gonna step into past this door.
Okay.
And then can I use my action to summon my firearm?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, okay, so I'm gonna summon my firearm from the pocket dimension that it resides in.
Eskron, we see the door that he came through, that has a white color code, right?
Yeah, you remember that was when you first came through here. It was a white lock door.
Can we still see him, or did the door automatically close behind him?
No, the door has it's got. We'll assume it's like an elevator door. Like he's standing in it.
Gotcha.
With his hand, like probably his, the gun in his hand up. But he probably could close it if he wanted.
Okay. So Robin's eyes go from the opening or the slide mechanism to. Sorry, Aiden. What was your character's name again?
You can call me Gwyn.
Gwyn.
Yes, exactly.
I look at Quinn and chuckle, but don't say anything else. I say, how did you get through this door?
As I said, or more like as you deduced, I work here, but not of my own volition, I might add.
No. I mean, do you have a card that has a color code white?
Ah, this thing. Yeah, I'm just gonna nonchalantly pull out the card and just wave it around.
Yes, exactly. Would
I
you
was at
mind? Would you mind terribly of giving that to us?
No,
So you don't mind? That's fantastic.
no, I do mind. Yes, I do. I do mind. And I'm gonna retreat another 5 feet into the hallway.
All right.
Wait, my friend.
And then Fig
yes.
just kind of goes up to the door.
The old man that I like. Yes.
Good
You
callback.
said you want to kill or want to watch us kill a woman. Are you talking about a particular woman with purple hair?
Yes. Android lady with purple hair.
Android.
Well, that's
That's
new to us.
useful and sure.
You don't know.
Anyway,
Well, you learn something new every day, don't you?
what is it that you dislike about your employers?
Oh, she's a right bitch.
We assumed as much.
Yes. Also, have you seen my co-workers? They're a little slow in the head. Sure, they've got big guns and shit, but they're bored to be around.
In the background, Quinn would say, "They're dead. We killed them."
Yes,
Oh,
we
Oh,
killed a
good.
lot of
Oh,
them.
good. I never liked them. Speaking of which, did you ever take care of the big thing in the other room?
No, we
you
ran
never
away
did.
from it.
Yeah, we never could either. Well,
I turn around to everyone else and I'm like,
Why must we try to steal his white key card? He seems amiable enough. We could work with him. He seems trustful.
and then I say, like, under my breath to the rest of them, or I could just charm him if we want.
I try to keep a straight face.
could I? No, never mind. No, I'm not. No, Gwen is not paying
It's up
attention.
to you. Okay.
I try to. Yeah, Robin does her best to keep a straight face and sort of pretending. No, she's actually mulling over what Figboot says. She looks at Gwen and back at Figboot and at Gwen and
Look,
yeah. I put back my blades, but I take out one of I keep a hand on the hilt.
Look, you let me keep my card, right? And I'll let you in wherever you want. Besides, these people know me. More like these robots, but these people know me, and they'll think I'm escorting prisoners or something. Hey,
Do you have shackles? Or something like that?
Boulders, don't give him ideas.
What? I like it.
You,
Don't
I
you
don't
think this is a
even want
perfect
to ask
situation?
further.
I'm gonna
We
walk.
have someone who is willing to rebel against the people we are trying to kill.
Yes, but I'm
With
not going
access
to
into-
walk around in shackles.
I walk up to the to Bolus and put a hand on his shoulder.
Figboot, please.
Oh, Fig Boot.
Only my mother calls me Bolus.
I see. Well, to your previous comment, perhaps another life, and referring to the shackles.
Oh,
I give you a really, really sleazy wink.
I'm. Oh,
I feel like Karak would make some kind of I don't understand this comment now, but I can't think of anything as funny as Tiger would. And Quinn is just his usual self and he probably gets impatient at this point, and so he keeps his weapon drawn and probably saying something like, "Fine, let's go on, but you're not gonna put any shackles on me, so bring us to that lady." And then Robin would say, "Well, for now, I want to believe that you actually meant what you said. So
I do. I really hate this place. There's no windows.
No. Let me ask this first.
Aye.
Does she actually have a name? Because everybody keeps talking about the woman with the purple hair. Seems a little bit too mystic to me.
Ah, right. She, our dear leader, is called Meander. Horrid woman. Very horrid. Don't like her one bit. Anyway,
Meander.
yes, Meander. I don't know how you spell it, but that's how all the androids say it. Well, they say it more like Meander. But from what I can translate, speakable common. That's her name.
And then where can we find her?
Aswin, do I know?
Yeah, she was right through the door you originally came from into the, she's in the reactor room.
Ah, right. I'm gonna point beyond the hallway into that door.
You guys remember he's sort of directing you towards the one with the big sort of rotating mechanical thing around it.
Where we fought the gargoyle?
Yeah, the big door that you couldn't get through in that chamber.
Okay.
Right. You see that door? She's behind that. Now, please tell me you are prepared, and you.
Well, how do we know that you aren't going to take us into a trap?
Well,
How can we prepare for that, my
Well-
friend?
word of an elf, you know?
Let's just say
Is it-
we're going to take more than that cut from you if you do actually lead us into a trap.
Is there somewhere you could make the room more viable for us? Maybe-
Viable.
Yes.
What do you mean?
Well, if my friends don't want to be shackled, I imagine all five of us walking in. Doo, 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 doo. Oh, hello there, Miranda. We are here to kill you.
Right.
Yeah,
How
Quinn
about-
in the
Is
back
there any
also
way-
says, "Oh, they're guards. Will she be
Right.
guarded?"
How about? Is there a bard amongst you?
I can play a flute on a good day.
Right.
No.
Well, I'm asking specifically about your acting skills.
I'm okay.
All right.
I'm probably the only one that is willing to act in any one of your plays.
Well, I can sing the lute, and I'm not bad at singing myself. But what exactly is your idea?
Okay, I'm gonna step over here so I can see Quinn, and I'm gonna look Quinn directly in the eyes. Well, I'm going to need you to act glum and defeated. So when I lead you in the room, it looks like I've defeated you, and you look like prisoners without shackles on.
And Robin would look at Quinn and be like, Glum, he's always that. And an asshole. You just have to tone that down.
So
Okay.
Gwen, you have the details that I already gave you about sort of what about Mayanda, but you also know that she is you were sort of in her chamber, in the reactor chamber with her, but she's not alone in there. She of course has with her
Oh, right.
her reprogram, not guards. She has what she uses as sort of her proof of power, of her deity's power, in the form of a giant sort of collector robot.
Okay.
Well, actually, I believe that I have access to another spell that I thought I had lost for a while. I could make myself look as if somebody beat me up properly. If that
I
would be of
could-
any help.
Now that I've seen them more vividly, I could wild shape into one of those dogs we just killed, being like your pet or something.
Right.
I like that idea.
Right.
And I
See,
guess we
that
just-
thing. Wait. Okay. Yeah. See, the thing is, and I'm gonna speak quieter. She's not alone in there.
Figured as much. How many?
How many again, Aspirin? One? Okay. One. Big one. And if you're telling me you haven't dealt with that other big one in the other room, then what's to say you're not going to be able to deal with this big one?
Just because
just
we
kind
haven't
of ran away
tried
from-
doesn't mean we're not able to. So is it the same kind of model? Is that what you're saying?
No, the collector robot is a flying model.
No, it flies. Can any of you fly?
No.
Oh.
But
bloody-
we've just dealt with a flying thing and we brought it down. What
Yeah,
about her? What about Meandra? What kind of skills does she have?
Do I know?
She is to your knowledge,
A 5th level spellcaster.
she is
Fallen
a
spell.
she is definitely a cleric of some sort of some power. She also has her special weapon, which I mentioned to you, as well as she's no slouch when it comes to fighting.
Well, see, the thing is, that thing, that god, that deity, that thing they're worshipping, I'm sure you've seen shrines everywhere.
You mean the gargoyle, that thing with the wings and the
I don't know. There's a.
No, the
there's
no, you know the gargoyle. The gargoyle was just a
which is
pet.
oh, it wasn't. Okay,
pet,
for
right.
some reason I thought that was some like a representation of that
gargoyle.
they.
I'm sure you've seen. I'm sure you've seen multiple like hands, statues of hands. Yes, that thing. I've no idea what in Seven Hills that is. But real or fake, she's drawing power from something, and she's quite powerful. As in, you know, a bit of a paper cut, and I'm gonna sort of look at who has a sword.
I do and Quinn does.
Okay.
And
I'm gonna look straight at Robin's swords, and a slight paper cut isn't gonna do much to her. I'm afraid. Those wounds will close right back up.
well, then we have to find another solution. Either way, we have to deal with her. She's caused quite some chaos upstairs.
Right. Tell me, what have you done in here other than kill everything?
Quinn would say, "Isn't that enough?"
Well, like, what have you found out?
Well,
do you know?
perhaps we tell you that after we deal with this.
Right, well, you're thinking of alternate ways to deal with oh, Lady Purple Hair, but I'm trying to gauge what exactly it is you know, so when I explain it to you, it won't seem like I'm talking gibberish.
Oh.
Yes?
Figboot looks over at Quinn and says,
He understands, Androphen, I think they call it. We've come
yeah.
across many older
Quinn will
texts and things of that sort that he understands.
Quinn will
Right.
say, we know she's turned off the torch that powers the town. She's using some sort of device up on the surface. We found it to siphon power from down here to Scrapwall, but we don't know why. Says, we came down here to turn the torch back on.
Ah, I see. Right.
He says, and I don't know if you guys remember, but Connor was supposed to be shutting it down very soon.
Yes, we should make
Well, you
our
should
way
definitely
in
shut
either
it
way.
down. Because
You don't care about that?
care about what?
The whole reason why she's down here, we are supposing, to shut down the torch or to siphon power from it.
No, you need to either shut down the power source or turn the venting back on. Oh, I suppose you don't know about the venting. Right. I'm gonna sort of walk over here and push past them so I'm sort of beyond audible range from the door.
Yeah, you can close it behind you if you want.
Oh, yeah, I'm gonna do that.
All right.
So in which case, I'm gonna be standing right here as the door's closed.
Yep.
Right. Look. The power source, right, is extremely powerful and hot. Now, the only way for it to remain stable after being damaged, seeing as this is a whole crashed something or whatnot, the only way for it to remain stable without killing everyone is for it to ventilate that heat out. However, it does cause it to be a little less powerful, I suppose. So, our lady, our great leader, our purple-haired bitch, Meander, shut off the ventilation and is hogging all the power to herself. And the reason why I tell you to shut it down is so it doesn't explode on us. I'd very much like to get out of here alive.
So it's overheating, is what you're saying.
Yes, that, yes.
Could we turn it back on after a period of time?
Do I know this?
You're not a technologist, but you assume that whatever she turned off could possibly be turned back on. It would probably require someone who speaks Androphen and understands computers.
Okay. Perhaps it's a possibility you can turn it back on.
That's one of the main reasons. Well, the main reason we're down here trying to turn the power back on for Torch. But regardless, I think we need to go in now, one way or another. So how are we going to do that? I don't mind acting like a prisoner, and honestly, I think that's our best bet, making our way inside, unless we just plan to charge in.
I mean, going in and trying to pretend would at least buy us a few seconds. Does she have reason to suspect you would be up to lead a charge like that?
Oh no, I've been a good puppy. Very good puppy indeed. And I sort of just look off in the distance and look especially glum.
I think having you walk in with the four of us and you saying that you have us prisoner with no shackles is a rather unbelievable circumstance.
I
So-
am very powerful, you know.
Yes. Anyway, what if
Oh,
you
great.
walk in? What if you walk in and I walk in with you as a dog, and you're like, oh, everything's okay, blah 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 blah,
Wait,
and you?
you're telling me you can shape shift? Is that
Yes, I'm Figboot. I'm a druid. Have you not heard of the Figboots?
No.
Don't get into the family history right now. We don't have the time.
we
for that.
originally. I'm just kidding. I could walk in with you as a dog. The rest could stay behind. You could say, "Oh, everything is fine," blah 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 blah, and then she'll go back to being unaware of any sort of danger. And then
Right.
I pop out of my dog, and the three people come in, and we ambush. I think
But there's
that's
still the question of the powerful robot lady and the powerful flying machine monster thing that she has.
that is what we will kill. I suppose.
Quinn says, "Is she gonna be expecting you back? Were you just sent here to check on, to check on trouble?"
Was I?
I assume so. Yeah.
Well, I like to be tardy in my duties, so she knows to wait.
Well, he says, what if we went into the room with this guy as our prisoner?
What? Absolutely not. No, 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 no.
I go.
I look
over-
at
Sorry, go ahead.
I look at Gwen and I say, I'm not quite sure he's that valuable to her.
I was going to say the same thing, sadly.
I look at Gwen and I say, no offense. But she might just go ahead and kill yourself if you're indeed as
Well,
play the role that you said you're
well,
playing.
one way or another, we need to get into that room, and we need to take her down.
Fair enough.
I wouldn't mind playing the beaten up prisoner.
I just think it's hard to believe that we are all beaten up and he's dragging us in with no restrainment or anything. That's why I say we both walk in, or me and him, me as a dog.
Well, then how do we get in behind you?
You just wait for when we think she's ready to be ambushed, and then you go through the door.
We
We'll
don't have a
circle.
key.
We'll circle her.
Does he have to lock the door behind him?
Do I have to lock
It's-
the door behind me?
It's not a lock, it's a card door. It requires a security card no matter what.
He
I
could-
suppose
I
I'll
don't-
leave the card by the door so one of you twats can pick it up.
I like that.
See, it's better if we have the card.
I don't like parting with my possessions. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna close. Oh
Go for
yes, go ahead.
No, Quinn is just gonna say, whatever. We have a job. We don't want to miss our window.
Window. Do you have a deadline?
There are no windows here.
Exactly. That's what I've been telling you.
We were given 3 hours before the relay up on the surface is shut down. It's been a little over 2.
Ah. Well, that poses a problem. All right. If we have to do this, and I'm gonna turn around and face the door, and actually like almost lean my forehead up against the door. I'm gonna close my eyes and sort of try to reach out to my patron. And I'm gonna sort of whisper under my breath, but mostly internally. Master, give me strength.
You
Reply? Oh, okay.
No, yeah, you kind of as you take a deep breath and you kind of feel the kind of cold metal on your skin. Somewhere echoing in the distance, you hear just a faint
You know those grunts don't really mean anything. All right, good enough. And I open
How
my eye.
about
Light the
how
car.
about I go in with you?
What?
How about I go in with you too, and you could pretend that you captured me.
Yes, and then the other two could stay behind and
Wait,
wait by the door.
Hold on. Who am I taking in? Fig Boot.
I go as a dog, she goes as a
Ah.
prisoner, and then the two others wait outside the door. Not as
Ah.
prisoners, but as people that are going to kill her.
I have it now. Good. I like that. All right.
And I walk over, because I don't want to use up that spell slot. I'm not even sure if I have it, but I think I have one left. I walk over to one. What color of blood does the dogs have? Is it red?
Yeah.
Okay. Then I go over and take some of the dog's blood and try to make myself
You
look
want to
bloody and
smear it
beaten
on
up.
your clothes and your skin.
Yeah, sort of make it look like I have a head wound and
All right,
a
yeah,
splash on the
absolutely.
face and stuff like
I'm gonna
that.
sort of like look her up and down. You sure you don't want me to just suck you one in the face?
I'm sure you would like that, but thank
Oh
you.
no, not really. It hurts my knuckles, but you know. Method acting.
Are we ready then?
I believe
So remember to
I
drop
give-
the
sorry.
card for Quinn and Karak.
Ah, right. Yes.
Actually,
I
I-
remember.
Well, after you swipe it, they'll
Yes.
just stand next to the swiping mechanism, and you just walk in and leave it.
Right. Do I know? Are the swiping mechanisms like protruding from the wall, or
It's like if you imagine like a hotel thing or just any kind of security panel. It's like instead of
Right.
a common number combination, you have to slide a card in.
Oh, gotcha. Oh, so it's like a slit in the wall.
Yeah, it's a metal panel with that's clearly it's labeled with what security clearance it needs.
So they can just wait against the wall. You can
Yes.
hand it off to them.
Yes, I'll hand it off to the sneakier of the two. But
Quinn.
I immediately shoot a glance at the Goliath. Like, hell no, that's not you.
She's an orc.
Oh, orc.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Quinn
Sorry,
will
I'm
Quinn,
Or half orc.
Quinn will
Oh, that's-
Quinn will take the card. He says, "Well, let's hope your deception goes well." Side one.
Actually, I'm taking out a piece of rope and I ask Figboot to sort of bind my hands, but sort of in a fake way, so that I can slip it off with
Okay.
ease, you know.
Yeah, you can have him
We-
kind of wrap your wrists
Like
a couple times.
Yeah. And
We
sort of
learned
from the
this
backside, I hold
special
on
knot,
to them.
the special ridgebark knot. You know how you have to go over the knot 8 times? Here,
No,
let me show you.
no, no
Her
special
hands
knots.
Just start getting
Just
tighter. And just kidding.
no, Bolus, hold on. Figboot, no knots, please.
I'm just
I need
kidding.
to-
I'm just kidding.
I just wrap her hands a few times.
All right. All right. So I'm gonna move you guys over to the door over here, as a unit, right here, and then Figboot. I will copy one of these and give you a dog token. There you go.
Yay. I'm a dog.
All right. So you guys. So Gwyn, you want to open the sort of the doors and lead Robin and Figboot inside.
Yep.
Yeah,
I
let's.
And
sort
I
of-
think-
yeah, Quinn goes over there, and then Croc goes
Yeah.
over
Before I
Yeah.
like completely insert the card, I'm
Mhm.
gonna like look to them all and go like, right. Just so you know, I will feel no guilt whatsoever if any of you die.
Likewise. And then I look at I look at Karak and I say, I will. What do you think the word should be that you should come in? Should I call it something like party time? Would you like that?
She
Popcorn.
she
I miss
she says,
popcorn.
I'm sure whatever you say will be fine.
It's just trying to make sure you know when to come in.
Whatever you
Well,
just
I'm
just
pretty
say
sure
it
you
loud.
will hear when shit starts to
Fine.
go down.
Yeah.
Yes.
All
Say
right.
whatever.
Rough.
And I slide the card in and take it out real quick.
All right.
And sort of like position myself so my left shoulder is hidden like up against the doorway.
Mhm.
Mhm.
So, and then I just hand off the card to the orc.
All right, so you step forward, and there's kind of like a small airlock thing, and you guys know how these work. As soon as you step past the first door, the second one will open. So it's just kind of waiting for you guys to as a group step forward.
All right. I immediately like put a leg out,
All right.
like Jack Sparrow on a sinking dinghy style, and just
All
hope the
right.
door opens before I crash into it.
Let me reveal this chamber. All right, so as this second door opens in front of you and you guys all step through, you're going to hear sort of a shutting sound as this copy paste is going to shut behind you, Robin. You are now, as this happens, let me change my page here. You find yourself in a very large chamber. As the doors shut behind you, you are in a large chamber here with panels covered in blinking lights and machinery that line the walls. But the true spectacle here is... One second.
Bless you.
There you go. Sorry. The true spectacle here is the massive machine of metal that looms against the far wall on top of a 10-foot high platform. Two immense cylinders of pulsing violet light throb at the machine's core, while above them a thinner cylinder extends through the ceiling. You can see sort of ladders on the north and south provide access to the platform itself, while at the center a smaller machine with several metal spikes protruding from its heart extends from the larger one. The entire room here vibrates with sort of a roaring thunder, and the air feels strangely alive, almost as if it is vibrating itself. And let me...
I do hate it every time I come to this room. It feels like I'm about to piss myself.
Robin won't comment on that. She's sort of, playing the one who got beaten up and sort of staggering, half falling to her knees.
Gwyn puts a hand behind his back and gives her like a thumbs up on the down low. and then just puts his hand back in his pocket. Or pocket.
All right. So you guys are in the chamber with this kind of pulsing violet energy, and as it sort of fills the air around you, your head hums with static. You see that kind of bathed in purple light and standing there on the platform, very slowly kind of turning away from the machine to look at you, is the very tall form of this pale woman, purple hair and skin covered in these glowing purple marks. She's clad in like a leather and chainmail outfit. As she turns to you, you see her kind of glowing eyes as she cocks her head, and also you notice, holy shit, what just happened? Did I miss something here? Hold on a second. I just looked at my goal, and for some reason, what the hell? It was. I gotta check something right here. But you also notice that that also in this chamber is the hovering form of a large metallic construct. Right here, sort of hovering around the southern side of the room, and it's sort of turning to you. Yeah, I don't know what the fuck just happened with this, but for some reason my the donation goal decided to shoot up to 328%, like 130%. And I don't know what the fuck that is. So I'm gonna check that to make sure nothing's going on there.
Maybe someone is generous.
My
maybe
alerts.
troll.
I think my alerts are off, but because I want to make sure. I want to make sure that, you know, if something happened, I didn't miss it. No, nothing changed.
Interesting.
I literally don't know what happened with that. So I'm gonna.
What could it be?
Nothing as far as I know. So I'm gonna change it back. There.
Okay.
Something went wrong there. Anyway, you guys are in this chamber.
Okay.
And this woman is looking at you. Yes.
Meanwhile, okay. As soon as she like turns around on a chair, right? Or was she just sitting there?
So, sir, someone said if there's music playing, I can't hear it. There should be some background audio, but not music. Anyway, she's sort of standing here. You see, she was working at this sort of computer or mechanical terminal here.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say, honey, I'm home. I mean, that is why you brought me here. Yes. I mean, that's never happened yet. You and I both know, and I sort of just. Can I walk over to the creature, the metallic thing?
Yeah, the kind of hovering robot.
Yeah. How high is he hovering?
Probably it's just above the 10-foot platform.
Oh, okay, so I can't reach him. Well, I'm gonna look at it and go, I would pet you, but you're a little too up there.
She kind of turns and you see her clench a fist as she scans the room. She says, let me zoom in here. She says, who have you brought here and why? And she turns to Robin and Figboot and she says, are you here to disturb my process?
So Robin is kneeling on the floor and sort of mop her hair, even messier than usual, and she looks up from underneath her hair and spits on the floor like a mixture of saliva and blood. Yes, that means she did take some of the hound's blood into her mouth.
Disturb you? Honey, do you really think I would do such a thing? No, I brought you a present. Look, intruders, and I've dealt with them. I mean, that is the other reason you brought me here, yes?
She kind of, looks your way, pulling sort of, you see her reaching towards her, the holster at her side as she kind of grips the handle of this metallic device and looks down and she says, I have no time for them. Dispatch them.
Remember, Bolus is a dog. He's
Yep.
not there.
I'm a dog, bruh.
Yep.
I'm
He's
just
a
kidding.
dude.
She says, then she says, I have no time for her. Dispatch her.
Do we have to? Like, are your
Yes.
robots really that useful?
Hellion commands it.
You always speak of Hellion like... I don't even know if he's real or not. You pray. Yes, you have powers and everything, but... I've never experienced anything from this Hellion.
She kind of takes a step forward onto the edge of the platform, and you see her as she kind of draws Robin. You watch as she draws this sort of metallic device. It's like like the hand. It's like got a grip like your hand crossbow, but it ends in this long sort of orange crystal sticking out of it. And she holds it just holds it in front of her. She says, "Hellion is our benefactor. He is our Lord. And if you do not believe and swear fealty, then you are of no use.
Is she looking at him?
She was looking at you, but she's kind of casting a side glance at Gwyn.
Just a quick glance.
Like
Honey.
she's still like facing you, but her head is kind of slightly turned towards him. As she kind of like
she does that.
Okay,
Honey,
sorry,
obviously
very
I-
quickly,
Yes.
I start mumbling under my breath, just to sort of to try and play the person who's not really fully there anymore, sort of trying to figure out what's going on and blinking and stuff like that. Doing that for a moment. Sorry, continue.
Okay.
Oh, okay. As she sort of gives me that quick side glance, I'm gonna like sort of step forward a tad bit, like here. Can I do that?
Yeah, sure.
And then I'm gonna say, honey, you know I support you in whatever you believe in, but my soul is already taken. You know that?
She kind of you see her just sort of do something to the metal devices. She kind of like there's a flare of vibrating orange energy going up the crystal, and she's gonna point it at the kneeling kind of Robin. She says, "Then either you dispatch them, or I will."
All right.
I shoot the
I will.
thick boot dog a look.
As she's
I-
now leveling this kind of pulsing metallic pistol at Robin.
I'm gonna like jump in front between her and the gun and Robin. I'm gonna all right. I will.
While he's talking, I'm kind of like wandering around and like sniffing the ground over in this direction.
Okay, are you looking for anything?
Nope.
All right.
I will dispatch of her. I'm just saying, you know, you need to take a break, right? I know you tell us not to take a break, but believe it or not, I take breaks more often than you would like. I'm just saying you should take one too.
As he's babbling
Enjoy
on
the
and
show.
standing in front of her, Robin is trying to sort of glide from random babbling into actually casting the sleep spell.
Okay, roll me a stealth check if you want to try and do it without being
Okay.
noticed.
Oh, fuck.
What? What is going on
We
here?
have inspiration, Petra, if you want to use it. We have 2 inspirations.
Wait,
From
what?
past
When?
games.
I think I used them.
I think last game we got 1 nat 20 and
Yeah.
then 1 inspiration, and then we had an inspiration from before. I haven't used any of mine, but
Let me double check because I crossed out the inspiration and the d20 from last time. No, I don't have anything. Well, I don't have anything.
okay.
Yeah, I don't believe you guys have any inspirations or 20s. I think you guys used them. Unless
I
you
did
do.
use
Unless you
them.
do.
I don't. Zach didn't. I know I did because I
Okay.
crossed it out.
All right, so Gwyn, you have put yourself in front of Mayanda's gun, and Robin, you are making a stealth check to try and cast the spell. However, it is not going too well as you have to sort of raise your voice to mutter these like to incant the power out of these phrases, and let me check something here. What a great time to not have a d20 on me. Hold on. I'm going to do because I want to do this in stealth. Okay, so. Ooh, okay. Interesting. So, Robin, you are going to cast your sleep spell. Figboot, what are you doing as this is happening? Is he frozen? No, is he just staring at the screen? No, he might be frozen.
It looks like he's frozen.
He's frozen. Oh no. Oh no, guys.
Not again.
Alright. What? Was that the spell?
Yeah.
Alright, cool. So, you are, let me put on some music here. You are You are casting this spell, and you have 25 hit points to do it. Correct?
Yeah, which is not a whole lot.
All right. I need to check something, because your spell is going to go off, but there's something I need to check.
Okay.
Um. Okay. Oh, is X reconnecting? There we go. There, we got him back. I just got to switch these cameras. Okay, so this is all going to happen sort of in a flurry of motion here. Robin, you're going to kind of jump to your feet and cast your spell. Figboot, are you going to do anything, or are you going to react in any way, or are you just going to sort of...
Robin is casting the spell.
She is casting a spell. You don't know really which one, but you can hear her doing it.
Do I see Mayando reacting in any way so far, like something that I can try to prevent, or is it just kind of like an open situation type thing?
She had her gun ready, so as soon as she realizes there's a spell going off, she's probably primed to fire it.
I would like to run over to her and try to basically either swipe or bite the gun out of her hand.
Okay, she is on a platform that is 10 feet up from the ground.
Oh, okay, I understand.
Pee at the platform.
Oh,
And,
I understand now. And
yeah.
These are the ladders over here.
Yes, those are the ladders.
Okay, got it.
And Gwyn, what do you want to do when all this kind of explodes?
Explodes. I'm gonna very quickly internally reach out to the master again, and then I'm going to take my rifle and fire one scorching ray up into the ceiling.
All right, and Judo Killa is coming through before we start with $8, saying nat 20s for Robin and Gwynin. Probably gonna need these.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Judo. All right, so
I
so
fired
this is
into the air, yeah.
so
I
Figboot.
say, honey, please listen to me.
Figboot is prepping to... Yeah, there's no way he can pull her down, so he's prepping to drop his dog form, and Gwyn is next to me on the same level, right? He's not on the platform.
Gwyn is he's on the same level as you.
I would drop my form and cast guidance on Gwyn.
All right,
Is what I
so
would do.
Robin, you cast. So all of this is sort of happening at the same time. Robin, you kind of rise to your feet, and as you sort of extend your tied hands, there's a burst of this sparkling kind of purple hazy cloud around the 10-foot platform. And as it fills the air for a second, Mayanda's kind of glowing eyes and pale skin are obscured. And just as this is going to happen, you're going to watch, almost in slow motion, as the sparkles and the hazy mist sort of dissipates, and you watch her just standing there, still staring at you with those piercing purple eyes, because as an android, she is immune to sleep.
Yeah, I didn't know how much. Maybe I just remember the wrong definition for android. I thought she was half-half. Never mind.
No, she's a robotic construct.
Okay.
Oh,
So
crap.
you're thinking of cyborg.
Yeah, probably.
So she is going. Almost in slow motion, she is going to fire her pistol at you. So I need to go ahead and get my stat block on this, and everyone else is at Figboot. You are going to drop your form and cast on Gwyn. Gwyn, you are also going to take a firing shot right as she shoots her thing.
Yeah.
So go ahead and roll that right after me, right here. 1d20 plus. It is a 1d20 plus 6 against Robin. A 21.
Yeah. barely hits.
So a lance of streaking fire energy is going to shoot across the room and strike Robin like high in the shoulder for 5 damage. Robin, you kind of pull the ropes off your arms. Gwyn, she's gonna step back as she does this. Gwyn, you can fire your shot, and just as this erupts, the robot is going to roar to life. And that is going to mean that the battle is starting.
Am I allowed
crit.
to shout something?
Yeah, definitely.
I'm sort of holding my shoulder with one hand and with the other sort of forming a fist and banging back against the door. It's party time!
Party time! I said popcorn, but party time!
All right.
I'm shouting it too.
Is this good? I'm trying to figure.
You needed me to roll a d20, right? For the...
Yeah, for your attack.
Yeah, so I rolled that. I don't think I get modifiers for the Scorching Ray.
You
Since it's fired from my weapon and not from me.
I'll give you get your dexterity modifier on it because it's a ranged attack, but not your proficiency modifier.
Okay, it's +3, so 21.
That is not great music. What's good? What's better music here?
I would hum the Critical Role music, but I don't want their legal team raining down on us.
There we go. That's better music. All right. So
21.
21 will absolutely hit.
All right. And it does 2d6 damage per ray, and only shot 1 ray.
1 ray. Yeah. So 2d6.
Oh, it's 4. 4 damage.
Okay. 4 damage. There you go.
Because I don't get modifiers to the bonuses to the damage.
No.
Right? Yeah, so just 4.
All right, cool. So 4 damage there, and that means that we are going to go ahead and get some initiative going.
All right.
Got it.
So yeah, let's get initiative from everyone here. Unfortunately, Karak and Quinn are going to they're gonna have to go at 0 by default because it's gonna take them at least a turn to get through that door.
Okay. 19,
No.
20, 22.
22 from Quinn.
Yep.
Okay, Fig Boot
Dose.
2. Okay, Karak is going at 0. Quinn is going at 0. Mayanda has to get a turn. Dog does not get a turn. Robot has to get a turn.
Oh, the master is with me.
Alright. Alright, 1d20 plus. She is going at a 15.
Great.
How about the robot?
I'm doing it right now.
He doesn't have to fight. He can sit that one out.
Yeah, no, what? Sure. Sounds about right. He is gonna go at 17.
Okay.
So who
So I
still
go-
hasn't who still hasn't rolled? Everyone's in?
Yeah.
Cool. Sort that. So that means Gwyn, you are up first. Figboot, you are no longer dog.
Can I? Can I Misty Step up onto the platform?
Yeah, sure. What does the text of Misty Step say?
Oh, give me a sec. I gotta open the actual book.
You can search it on Roll20.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I'll look right now. Teleport up to 30 feet. That is an instantaneous 1 bonus action. Yep, you can do it.
Okay. Can I teleport behind her?
Sure. Up to 30 feet.
All right, then I'm gonna teleport right behind her.
All right. So you kind of take a quick step, and like a flash of black smoke engulfs you as it appears
And then-
on the platform.
And then right before I sort of just take my rifle club style and just wail on her with the sort of axe on the underside of the barrel, I am going to say, to be honest, you're really not my type, and I go for it.
All right, go for it.
Roll
Make your attack.
D20. Hold on. Oh, I'm gonna use one hand to do it instead of two hands.
Okay.
Could I do that?
Yeah. Sure.
So would it be Dex or Strength?
Oh, that's really loud. Strength.
Strength.
Yeah. Because
What weapon are you using? Or
It's my.
is it-
it's
is
not
it finesse?
it's not a particularly finesse weapon. It's
Okay.
yeah, more of a blunt instrument than anything else.
Right.
A gun is really imbalanced and not particularly dexterous.
No, I remember I said that.
Yeah, it's a gun with a blade, but
with
even
blade.
still, it's not particularly balanced as like a finely crafted dagger or anything.
Okay, so if it's strength anyway, I am going to do it two-handed instead.
Cool. Also, remember you have guidance from Figboot, which means you can add a D4 onto.
Add a D4.
That's an ability check.
I'll build. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Strength. Let's see. Ooh, that's not nice. Okay, it's -1. 8.
8, unfortunately, is not enough to hit. As you you puff, like in a puff of smoke, you appear behind her, and as you swing, she turns, and with like a powerful limb just blocks like your arm against this sort of metallic like android limb, and you kind of see her gazing at you with these fiery purple eyes as she says,
Hello, honey.
"The artificial lord will consume your mind."
My mind. Oh, right. Well, that is if my lord doesn't consume mine first. You're gonna have to fight for it.
All right. That is your turn, Gwyn. That means it is the collector robot right now who is going to hover across the room here towards Robin. And as it does, it is going to... Robin, it is going to attempt to pick you up.
Fine.
1d20 plus its strength, which is 3. It rolls a 5, which means it does not manage, like it just kind of reaches down with one of these collector claws, and you just sort of duck under as it deftly as you rush under its hovering, like these two loud whirring gyro fans. Much like the smaller robots, this one's a much bigger version, is hovering above you, but you roll out of the way, and... yeah, it's just going to kind of spend its turn continuing to snap its claws, trying to pick you up. And you can see as you roll under it, from its back, another arm sort of unfolds off of its back and just sort of slings down under its body in front of you and is like pointed at you with this two-pronged sort of metal thing that you see kind of crackling with electrical energy. It's not going to fire this turn, but you're looking directly at you're staring it down.
Well, that's not nice.
All right, so that is the collector bot's turn, which means that it's now Mayanda's turn.
Yay.
And she is going to... I'm going to need to research what these do.
Dear oh dear, honey, you look very mad. I promise you, I'll make it quick and painless if you please just surrender. Yes? No?
Alright,
Alright,
hold on
I'll take
one
that as a
second.
no. Making banter to fill the time.
Okay, so she is going to turn, and I guess, Gwyn, you would know that she has on her arm, she wears this sort of spiked metal gauntlet
Right.
which kind of crackles with electric energy, and she's gonna wheel around and basically attempt to slug you with this. It's
Okay.
just a normal melee attack. So,
Okay.
1d12,
Deal.
an 18 against you.
Yeah, it hits.
All right. So as this connects, you feel kind of a shock of electricity, like as it hits your gut and the spikes dig in. You feel sort of a pulse of electrical energy that sort of sends a shiver up your spine. I need you to roll me a wisdom saving throw, please.
Wisdom. Okay. And that's a plus saving throw.
Saving throw.
Oh, sweet.
should be-
Plus
that should be
4,
your-
10.
10 is. Let me check the DC on this.
Honey, as much as I'd like foreplay, I really need to pee. Ugh.
All right. So, as she hits you, the shock kind of runs through your body, and you feel all of a sudden it hits your head, and your mind is almost like a vision in front of your eyes. As your eyes kind of glaze for a second, you see sort of these twisting, sort of spiraling shapes. Like they look like writhing tentacles with spikes and claws. You see kind of twisting darkness and black smoke as you are afflicted with visions of madness, which are going to give you disadvantage on ability checks.
Master, is that you? Master.
It feels like if you've kind of felt things like this before, but it feels like that shock must have triggered something in you. You can't control this. It's like these visions are just sort of clouding your eyes, kind of in a way that you don't it's almost taking over.
So I can't
you
see anything in front of me
you sort of
except-
can. You're very distracted, which is why you're gonna have disadvantage on
Oh, okay.
on ability checks and attack rolls until it wears off.
So just like exposed wires look like tentacles and stuff like that.
Sure, yeah.
Okay. Oh, great.
And you're also going to take a little bit of damage from the attack,
Right.
which is going to be.
I'm way too dazed to even notice the pain, but go ahead.
3 damage.
Oh, great.
All right, so that means that is your turn as you get socked in the gut. She's gonna kind of still aiming her pistol down at the floor below, but she's mostly focusing on Gwyn right now. Robin, you are under this robot. What do you want to do?
So as it tries to snatch me up with its arm, and I sort of duck away, can I sort of almost as a reaction, out of me ducking away, can I would like to go for a double blade attack for that arm that reaches out for me,
Sure.
trying to find some weak spots. 25.
That will absolutely hit.
That's a
Good roll.
7, and then follow up 14.
Let me check. 14 will hit. This is a fairly large creature, so it is easy to
Cool.
hit.
Nice.
So 11 damage in total.
Got it.
And then so as I sort of finish the follow up slash, I kind of end up half kneeling, and I see that it's loading its third arm or cannon or whatever that is, and so I'm going to I don't want to provoke an attack, but I'm sort of going to roll around, hoping to not get grilled by that whatever it is cannon zappy thingy.
Okay. It's a ranged weapon, so it's like you can I'll say you can roll under this thing because it's hovering. All right. That means we're gonna go to the so as you kind of roll under this thing, 1-2 slashes at its sort of metallic underside, just cutting through wires and gears, and sending showers of sparks to the floor. Figboot, what do you want to do?
I would like to make sure that I cast Shillelagh as a bonus action
Okay.
with my quarterstaff. And
All right.
then I'm going to. Okay, I'm gonna look up at Gwyn and say,
Push her down.
And right after I say that, I'm gonna look at Mayanda and kind of do like a little jig and be like,
I bet you can't hit me. I'm just an old little dwarf.
and I'd like to use my action to help, which is like dodge or disengage or any of those. And basically, what it does, I can aid a friendly creature in attacking a creature within. Oh, never mind. It says within 5 feet of me, but she's
No,
not
she's
within 5
she's
feet.
10 feet off the floor, so she's at least 5 feet above you.
Yeah, because what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to distract her so that he can get advantage.
I mean,
but
you could sort of
probably not gonna
poke her
work.
in the shin.
Yeah.
You could try
Yeah.
getting up on the platform, or you could do something to draw her attention.
Oh, okay.
Poker.
Okay.
Uh-oh. Sounds like you froze.
Oh no. All right, well,
Jesus, what's going on with this internet?
he froze, but we will get to his turn in just a second. As he's doing that, the doors will slide open, and sort of stepping into the room on their turn is going to be Karak and Quinn. Unfortunately, they're not going to have much ability to do anything this round. You okay? Nope.
Nope.
Hear him breaking up, but all right, so Karak is gonna rush in, kind of axe raised, and she's just gonna kind of like hook into the big collector robot and pull it down like as best she can, sort of engaging it, trying to engage it in melee. You back, Zach?
I have no idea what's happening. My internet only decides to fuck up when we're doing these games.
Can't hear you now. Very, very quiet.
Am I still really quiet?
It's better now.
Good.
Okay, that was weird. Anyway, yeah, I was gonna try to distract her so that
Okay.
he would have advantage, but I don't think I can technically do that.
You can do something to get her attention if you want. You just have to tell me what you want to try.
Okay. I am. Well, Phoebe will kind of. Actually, I think. Yeah, okay. He's gonna try to, like, jump up towards the platform and just, like, knock her knees with his staff. Or her
Okay.
shins.
I'm gonna say she's too far out of range to make it, because she's in. You don't have reach, so the best you can do is kind of like smack the edge of the platform, like with your
Yeah,
staff.
I'm just gonna repeatedly just make as much noise as possible and be like,
I was a dog before, now I'm figment.
All right. All right. So Karak is gonna come in, kind of use her axe to engage with this robot. Quinn is gonna rush in, his sword's drawn, but unfortunately there's no one for him to engage in melee. So he's gonna sort of rush up to Robin. And he says, "So who are we taking out first?"
Well, take your pick, but I think she's more dangerous.
He'll
Do
say,
I see them coming in?
"Yeah, you see the door kind of open. You can kind of see them rushing into the room."
I'm still like keeled over. I'm like, this one.
All right,
Get rid of this one.
He's gonna, on his turn, he's gonna resheath his swords and pull out his longbow and get ready to shoot her. Which means we're going back to the top of the round with Gwyn.
Hello. All right.
Kill her with fire.
Yeah, I am going to raise my gun,
All right,
square it up with her face, and fire.
all right, go for it.
Okay, so let me where is it? Okay, there we go. Okay, so plus, oh no, plus what was it again? Dex?
Dexterity.
15.
15 is not enough to hit, unfortunately.
Okay. Okay, and then could I? Is Expeditious Retreat an action or a bonus?
I will check right
A
now.
bonus action, but you can activate it now and then use it starting with the next round.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do Expeditious Retreat as my bonus.
Exactly. I think you can sort of activate it, but you can't use it in the same round.
Expeditious Retreat is a bonus action, and on each of your turns until the spell ends, you can take a dash action.
Oh, gotcha. Cool.
Dash action as a bonus action.
Mm,
Because you can always take a dash action.
it just says on each
I
of
think
your
it's just
turns
an
until the spell
additional dash.
on each of your turns until the spell ends, you can take the dash action.
That's
Even
It just said
Oh,
casting.
no,
it just said
no, I'm
casting
sorry.
It is an action.
Okay, I'm sorry. So I was
Oh, it's an
misreading.
action.
When you cast the spell, and then as a bonus action on each of your turns, you can use
Boys,
it.
listen to me.
Yeah,
Listen
sorry.
to me.
It was worded really badly. I finally figured it
I
out.
cannot do that because I already used an action to attack.
You can use your bonus action to cast it. You just can't use the dash on this turn.
Ah, got you.
Yeah.
Let me see. Do any of my other spells allow me to cast them as bonus actions?
I don't know. I don't know what spells you have.
Whole person has an action, right?
Yeah, as a warlock, the only bonus thingy that you could get is hex.
Oh, hex. Oh, great. Okay, then in which case, what's the thing on the upper diagonal, right hand side diagonal to my token? Like, is that another platform or is that the machine?
No, that's the machine.
Oh, okay. So it's like vertical.
Yeah, basically.
Oh, great. Okay. Yeah, that's it.
All right. That means it's going to be the collector's robot who is going to make an attack against. Is going to make one attack against Karak. Sorry, right here. Is going to make one slam attack with its claws. A nat 20 against Karak.
No.
He always has.
dang.
this-
So that means 2d4 plus 3. So Karak is going to take 6 damage.
Zach,
and,
are you going to?
Yeah, I'm working on her sheet and everything.
Cool.
and be kind of, you see as you hear the claw kind of grip around her waist, and with its other ranged weapon, it's going to fire a shot at Robin. So that's only 3. A 20 against you.
Oof.
You are going to feel 3 points of stun damage as you feel like a taser bolt hit you in the back, and it kind of gives you a jolt, kind of making you stumble as you are rushing across the floor here.
What's that noise?
And it's going to begin lifting. Begin lifting Karak off the ground with its collector arm. Mayanda, Figboot, as you're smashing on the platform trying to get her attention, she's going to turn and look down at you, and kind of with her pistol, she's going to fire down at you.
Yay.
Great.
So this is going to be a 1d20 plus a 23.
Yes.
All right. For 7 damage, as you are struck square in the chest by this blast of fire energy, just and it slams into you and burns through your like your clothing, and it just knocks the wind out of you. You feel the singed chest hairs and the burned flesh.
Big boot.
And then she's gonna kind of hold her clawed hand out to the kind of pointing at Gwyn. She says, None of you are capable of preventing my duty. Hellion will have his prize. As she kind of readies herself, pistol kind of pointed out at the group of people down on the level below her, getting ready for more attacks. But she is, you see with her other hand, she's kind of, her other hand begins sort of collecting this glowing energy as it looks like she's getting ready to cast a spell. That means that it is Robin's turn.
So I'm sort of taking half a step back as that cannon pistol thing hits me. I'm a little wincing. I'm going forward, and I'm going for the arm that has wrapped itself around Karak.
Okay.
Where is it? Nope.
That is not going to destroy that arm, no.
24.
24 will.
And I get, because Karak is right next to it, I get the,
Yeah?
yeah, you know what I mean.
I know what you mean.
Where is it? That. Oh, there it is. Nice.
All right.
16 in total.
So you kind of jam your scimitar into the into sort of the mechanical joint of this big sort of like wrenching claw that is gripped around Karak's body as it lifts her off the ground. You shove your rapier in and you you pull it out with a shower of sparks. The claw is gonna sort of turn. You see it kind of like it's almost as you cut a hydraulic cable as it begins sort of drops a little bit. It doesn't loosen its grip, but it does kind of like, rather than holding her upright, it's now holding her like down like this, so her feet kind of hit the floor.
And then I look back over my shoulder and I say, Quinn, do I assume correctly that we're not to damage this machine in any way?
Quinn will say, which one are you talking about, the robot or the big one?
No, the big. I'm looking up at the platform.
Quinn is gonna, you see his masked face, but his eyes are sort of staring up at this towering, glowing purple column of pulsing energy, and he says, I've never seen a power core like this active. Let's not break it.
All right. Still got the grenade, you know? And I'm sort of turning back and looking back at the robot.
Okay. Oh.
Oh, sorry.
Okay. I thought everyone froze for a second.
No, I was just reading something. All right, so Big Boot, what do you want to do?
All right, I'm going to. I'm just kidding. Big Boot is. He's gonna look over at Karak, and he's gonna cast Healing Word, first level. So that's gonna be 5 healing to her, which I will dispense accordingly. And then that's a bonus action. And then for his action, how far up is this robotic bro ski?
It's hovering like about 6 or 7 feet above the ground at this point, so you can definitely reach it.
Yeah. Okay. With that, then I'm gonna run over to him. Here-ish.
Don't leave me. All alone.
And I'm going to go up to it and just jump and try to whack it with my quarterstaff. I know I do have at least one nat 20 left, and I'd like to use it.
All right. Go ahead and use that nat 20 on your actual quarterstaff.
Shia LaBeouf. All right, so that's gonna be D8 plus my spellcasting modifier. 2d8 actually. 2d8.
Shia LaBeouf.
Yes. Plus 3. Alright. So 8. Pretty bad rolls. Damage And my movement, I'm gonna move over this way. Still kind of in its range. But let's see, I moved 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Yeah, I can move over here. I'm gonna move in this corner. And that's my turn.
All right. So what was the damage? 8?
8 damage.
Cool. There we go. Let me add that. So as you your quarterstaff springs with leaves, kind of like it grows young again, the springiness back into it. You reach up and you kind of jam it in, and you use your strength to push as you wrench a panel like from the bottom of this thing off. And like cables and stuff are just hanging down as some of this robotics inside parts are now exposed. And as you sort of smash your way past it, you juke around the back of this hovering robot as it just twisting this sort of static cannon to target you as it is sort of having trouble locking on to all these people around it. Anything else, or is that it?
Oh, that's it.
All right. Quinn will kind of
Yeah, he had already readied his bow, right? So
Yep.
he's just gonna let me roll for that. 17.
that'll hit. On her, that's on her, right?
Yeah, on her.
Got it.
And then he's also going to Hunter's Mark her,
All right.
and he's trying to go up the platform.
That he can climb up, or he can use the ladder.
Yeah, I was going to use the ladder. Can he make
Okay.
that with 5? How much feet does he? What did you say again?
So it'd be
So it's
5,
5,
10, and then we'll
so it's
say
20. He gets up.
yeah, we'll say this he can just kind of pull himself up onto the ledge at the end of his turn.
Yeah, cool.
All right. So as he,
And then
as he
before yeah.
Yeah.
He's just switching from bow to. Well, when he's climbing up, he can't use, but I guess he's drawing his sword once he's
Got it.
upstairs.
Oh, good. It's a threesome now.
He just pretty much
goodness.
shoots you like, shut the fuck up. Look, I think that is what Quinn would do. Or he would probably also say something
All right,
else,
not everyone's
assholey
cup of
like,
tea.
assholey like. Well, it looks like you need a little bit of help here.
All
Yes,
right.
I do.
All right. So Karak is still gripped by the robot. What does she want to do?
I mean, her Zach. I don't know if you caught that. Her feet are now sort of on the floor. She's not just dangling, so maybe she can get some purchase to sort of try to. Oh wait, we had the same situation before, right? She was
Huh?
gripped by something, by a robot in that other room. She could still attack, right?
Yeah, she still has access to
Yeah.
her axe and her upper body. She just doesn't really have control over where she moves.
Zach, you
Um,
want to take it?
Yes. She's just grappled right now. She can't.
Yeah,
move, but
she
can
can't
still
she
attack.
can't control her own movement, but she can still attack.
Okay, yeah, she's gonna go for full blows towards that friend right there.
She's still raging. Was she in a rage?
I don't
She
think
was
she's
raging
still
when
raging.
she was raging when she came through the door, and then she took damage the next turn. So
Okay. All right. So, she's gonna make a reckless rage attack. 13.
13 is not enough to hit.
And then
Second attack?
Yes. Does that? I think that second attack comes from frenzied rage. I don't think that comes from. Let me
I think
see
we had the
here.
same.